Good morning, currency kings and queens. Happy Saturday. Thank you for joining me this Forex Minute. I wanted to get into the charts with you today to take a look at what happened this past week and going into next week, what we have to look forward to. Let's get into the charts. The first thing that I really wanted to look at with everyone was the actual news this past week. Let's see if we can get a weekly view, because I really have it just set on the month. Let's see if we can get a weekly view of the chart. And it's still not behaving, so let's go down and do it just to give ourselves some. So the weekly view we have here, Monday on the 18th. We had some red folder news. It was more or less on the back end of the night part of trading on ODD and JPY. Tuesday we had quite a bit of red folder during the work week or work day, opening at 8:30 that morning on the CAD. Wednesday we had one red folder during our trading hours. That was around 3 a.m. That was CPI that was released, and then around 2 in the afternoon they had some news between 2 and 6. That was red folder. Thursday, a lot of red folder news. I really didn't get into the market and do anything on Thursday, and then yesterday, which was Friday, I took a break as well. So hopefully those of you that were in the market that traded, there was a lot of red folder news this past week. I kind of just took a breather. I traded a couple trades involving gold and GJ. So I really didn't do a whole lot. I made up for the week with the two trades that I took on GJ and gold. But we're going to look into this coming week, which is there's not a whole lot of red folder news. There's some orange folder. But if you pay attention to Thursday of this coming week, the 28th, just be careful in the market, because they have some red folder news that would affect our trading hours and what we trade if you are trading USD and CAD. So I just wanted to go over that with you, and we'll get back on the chart. The first thing that I really wanted to look at with everyone was the actual news this past week. Let's see if we can get a weekly view, because I really have it just set on the month. Let's see if we can get a weekly view of the chart. And it's still not behaving, so let's go down and do it just to give ourselves some. So the weekly view we have here, Monday on the 18th. We had some red folder news. It was more or less on the back end of the night part of trading on ODD and JPY. Tuesday we had quite a bit of red folder during the work week or work day, opening at 8:30 that morning on the CAD. Wednesday we had one red folder during our trading hours. That was around 3 a.m. That was CPI that was released, and then around 2 in the afternoon they had some news between 2 and 6. That was red folder. Thursday, a lot of red folder news. I really didn't get into the market and do anything on Thursday, and then yesterday, which was Friday, I took a break as well. So hopefully those of you that were in the market that traded, there was a lot of red folder news this past week. I kind of just took a breather. I traded a couple trades involving gold and GJ. So I really didn't do a whole lot. I made up for the week with the two trades that I took on GJ and gold. But we're going to look into this coming week, which is there's not a whole lot of red folder news. There's some orange folder, but if you pay attention to Thursday of this coming week, the 28th, just be careful in the market because they have some red folder news that would affect our trading hours and what we trade if you are trading USD and CAD. So I just wanted to go over that with you, and we'll get back on the chart. So if we're really paying attention and looking at gold on the daily time frame, we see that it has reached a huge level of support here to where it is pretty strong. Let me enlarge that for you so you can see what I'm talking about and move this out of the way for you. On gold, when we have the support here where I have marked up, we're looking at specifically at that area to see if it breaks or holds. If you noticed over the last past, it started around the 11th of this month, and it's kind of been ranging in that area and not really breaking it. On yesterday, we had a bearish candle begin to print out. I don't think this candle is done printing on the daily, but it could be a retracement to fill some voids here. But we are on an uptrend. So the uptrend for gold is the bias. When we drop down to the lower time frames, as we can see, that support is still holding, and then you can see that the range is more, I mean, we've kind of zoomed in on the range so that you can see each candlestick. The lower the time frames, the more detailed the picture is. The higher the time frame, the more solid the bias and what you see going on in the market is. So just always remember that. Keep that in the back of your head when you're looking and analyzing your charts. It'll help you in the long run. So if you're on the higher time frame and you see that the higher time frame is showing that there is an uptrend, stick with that bias, because you have to understand that on the lower time frame, it's doing the things in order to keep that trend effective. So on the lower time frames, you'll see it filling gaps, you'll see it doing the liquidity sweeps, you'll see it doing all the things it needs to do in order to keep the market balanced. So when you're looking on the smaller time frames, it can get a little messy and it can be really tricky. So I always say pay attention to the large time frames. I say 4 hours and up. You could probably look at your 1 and 2 hours to get an idea if you're not just real solid. But if it's not really just jumping to you as soon as you look at it, as far as whether it's an uptrend, a downtrend, or if it's ranging, then don't get in for a trade. Wait, be patient. That's one of the key things about trading, is being patient. And we all can fault ourselves at times for not being able to wait and just trying to get in and force a trade, but I can't stress the importance of patience. So as on gold, we see that it has a level of support here at the 2144-ish range, and it looks like support and what could be resistance in this area. So I'm going to stick with this support level as far as looking to see if it's going to break or hold. When you're going down to your lower time frame, since it is on an uptrend and it made a higher high from the previous highs, you're going to look for demand zones if you're a support and resistance, trader. Supply and demand trader, I'm sorry. And we also have support and resistance trades that I take as well. So just remember, being dynamic in the market sets you up for success on a larger scale, because you have other things in your toolbox in order to take trades and look at the market. The more and more that you study and get familiar with how the market and how your pairs or whatever you trade moves, I think the more you're able to get better trade setups and come out on the good end of your trading plan. So just always remember, whatever your strategy is, to stick to that. And then if you have the other tools in your bag in order to take the trades, execute those when you see it in the market, or when you see that you can be at an advantage in it. So the supply and demand area marked up for gold here looks like it came into that area, and we have a rejection wick here, and it may just continue up, but we have to continue to watch the market and see if that's actually what it's going to give us, being that it has been ranging over the last quite a while. So let's just wait and see. Also have my moving averages turned on, which is, y'all know which moving average I like to use on my higher time frames, which is the 200 EMA. So the 200 EMA, that trend is trending above that 200 EMA, which also solidifies that it is in an uptrend. So with my bias for gold, I am going to stick to the uptrend and take buys until proven otherwise. Let me know in the box what you've traded, in the comments section, I'm sorry, what you've traded and what's worked out for you, and let me know how your trading week has went. And remember, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. That'll help me. It'll help my algorithm for others to see my channel and enjoy the content that I put out, and hopefully y'all are getting some good trades, or at least getting, you know, the method of how to think when you're putting trades on. I just want to be of any kind of help I can be to those that are just starting out or who have been in the market a while, and just like, you know, my trading style and how I trade and what I have to offer. Okay, let's move on to I think I mentioned GJ. And as we can see with GJ, it is also on let me move the drawings. It's also on an uptrend. And if y'all can see on the daily time frame how this area here just rejected off of the 200 EMA, it was like, hey, I'm going to continue to keep going. I'm going to go up. And then we have this area here that we don't want to overlook, that will support. And it's acting as support. And then we have the double top here. Sorry, y'all. See the double top here? And it rejected off of that, landed on that support, shot up some to make a new high, and it's just continuing to be bullish. Now, as we mentioned before on gold, when I dropped down to my 4-hour time frame, it did break through. If you can see, the trend did break through the moving average. So in this area, I had no trades that I put on, because usually when your moving average is breaking through the candlesticks, that means it's in a range. And if, as you can see on the lower time frames, that's totally a range in this box. So, sorry, that range on the 15-minute time frame, we can see on a larger scale what it did. But since, like I said, we're on the uptrend with GJ, we are going to look for demand zones if we're a supply and demand trader. So the demand zone I typically draw in an area, and it hasn't came down. Remember your trading plan. It has not come down low enough to tap into the demand zone. So I'm not going to take this trade until I see things that work according to my trading plan. So just remember, stick to your guns, make sure that you are solid when you're trading, and use proper risk management. Overall, looking at the trend of the market, it's bullish for the two currencies that I trade. If we're looking at GU, I marked up some other stuff that I'm going to remove, and it's also in an uptrend. So we have a bullish market going on, and we had SHIB INU in the last couple weeks do some amazing things for a lot of traders out there. So if y'all got what you were aiming to get there, congratulations. And for those that are still holding and doing things with SHIB INU, more props to you. I think SHIB just to be on the safe side. It ran up. Let's see if we can go back to one of the other weeks. So let's see. So SHIB INU did some amazing things at the end of last month. The end of last month, we saw some bullish action. SHIB INU ran up. It's bullish. And so what happened was it caught volume. It did something, who knows why, but it ran up. And what we see now is kind of like a retracement from the run up. But I really think SHIB INU could have room to continue up. And if we look at what we typically trade on SHIB INU, look at that area that it kind of filled and tapped into. But the thing is with SHIB INU, it tapped twice. So what we want to do, and then see how that current candle is breaking above what the previous candle was. We want to see it top above the previous wick from the previous candle and see if we have a continuation on the upside. I could see SHIB INU continuing up. Looking down at the 4-hour just to see what it's doing, it is still holding the support level that's here as well. So let's just continue to look at SHIB INU. Behind the scenes, I've not done a whole lot of research because I typically don't trade crypto, but if you're not into trading or anything, or if you are, as you know, SHIB INU was on the news and in the news the last couple of weeks. So I just wanted to glance at it with you guys and see what exactly it was doing, because I haven't been paying attention to it this current week. So hopefully y'all had a wonderful trading week. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're in. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn that notification bell on. And I look forward to trading with you guys and hearing the good news about your trading strategies and how you're doing in the market. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.